Never in my life did I think I would say this, but Arsenal is actually signing Vinicius Jr. Football as we know it is about to change forever. The Arsenal that we all grew up on, that would finish mid-table, that would celebrate fourth as if it was a trophy. The club that's never won the Champions League and we laugh at for always finishing second place. That Arsenal is going to be gone forever. Because what do you expect to happen when you add the best winger in the world, Vinicius Jr., to the best defence in the world? Because it's been reported by David Ornstein that if Vini don't get that new Madrid contract, then he's going to Arsenal. As a Chelsea fan, I must admit, I've never seen a club rattle Real Madrid and scare them for taking one of their best players. Usually it's Real Madrid bullying other clubs for their players, like they did to us with Hazard, Rudiger and Courtois. But now of all clubs, Arsenal is bullying the bully. I don't know what is going on in this world, but this is not the same Arsenal I grew up to know. Forget them maybe pulling off the biggest transfer in Premier League history, but this small club might win the Premier League back-to-back. They might finally win the Champions League. Well, I don't know about everyone else, but Chelsea's going to be alright. We just got Madrid back. Madrid is going to go band for band with Vinicius Jr.
Lord have mercy on my soul. Guys, this has to be a lie, yeah? Am I really about to eat my own words? Please, Arsenal fans, don't you start laughing yet. Because I remember exactly what I said, yeah? I said Vinicius Jr. was using your club to get a better contract from Real Madrid. And now reports are claiming Arsenal have agreed personal terms with him. Guys, what is going on, yeah? A few days ago, we were being told Vini would stay in Madrid. Now Real Madrid are reportedly prepared to consider selling him if he rejects their final contract offer. Arsenal! Man, these people are right there waiting. But everybody please calm down. Because Vini's camp has reportedly denied that personal terms are already agreed. And there is still no confirmation agreement between Arsenal and Real Madrid. So, guys, this is getting serious, yeah? But he is not an Arsenal player yet. And that is making me feel a bit better. Because
Arsenal are already a very good team. If you put Vinicius Jr. on the left wing, I think Trossard's done decent, Martinelli puts a shift in, but you are suddenly putting one of the world's best players on a left wing, which is one of the few areas in Arsenal that you can actually improve it and take the team potentially to another level. So I think it would be an incredible signing. I think he's a brilliant player. I think since Mbappe signed for Madrid, it's had an impact on his output. Much the same as Mbappe, Neymar and Messi had an impact on each other in a bad way. It doesn't mean that Mbappe is a problem or Vinicius Jr. is a problem. I just think sometimes teams don't need that many superstars in it. And I think with Arsenal, the setup at Arsenal would be perfect. You know, their strikers are not superstars, they're workers, whether it's Havertz or Gyökeres. Saka's on the other side. The midfield is very hard working. I think he would thrive in the Premier League, and I think he would thrive at Arsenal. And I'm no Arsenal fan, but I think that would be, you know, I mean, I think about, you know, these are the sort of deals that United used to try and do when we were winning the league. I remember us trying to get Ronaldinho, and he chose, I think he chose Barcelona, didn't he, after PSG instead of us. We got very, very close. So you've got, you know, I'm not going to criticise Arsenal for trying. I'm not saying it will happen, but if David Ornstein says they're looking at it, it does remind me a lot of Ronaldinho, actually. United were winning league titles. We went for Ronaldinho. He chose Barcelona over us, but we tried. And I think Arsenal are right to try for Vinicius Jr.
Fabrizio Romano just confirmed that Vinicius Jr. is not going to be going to Arsenal. Listen to what he says, guys.
Wants to know, will Vini Jr. go to Arsenal? No. Okay.
Not only that, because Real Madrid have announced that he will be coming back to Madrid and training with the squad on Monday. I told you guys that Vini is not going anywhere. Y'all really thought he was going to go to Arsenal? Are you crazy? I mean, look at him kissing the badge. What's crazy is that he had over a 45% chance of joining Arsenal on Calci. Also, the whole media was saying that Vini had already agreed terms with Arsenal and it was a matter of time before he signs with them. Honestly, don't think people understand how much Vini truly loves Real Madrid. I mean, the guy's been there for over 8 years and the fans love him as well. Let's laugh at Arsenal because they really thought they were gonna get Vini from us. Like, what is Vini gonna do at Arsenal? Collect second place medals? He's not gonna win the Champions League. He's not gonna win the Premier League. He's literally bigger than the club itself.
Guys, I think Vini's about to make the right choice. It's coming up. Vini is no longer excited about renewing with Real Madrid. The negotiations between Vini and Real Madrid have completely stopped. There have also been reports of Real Madrid not even scheduling a meeting with this guy, bro, and saying that the contract they offered is the last one and there's no other discussion about it. Now, when you think of the report about David Ornstein saying that it's coming at the crucial stages, Vini is appreciative of Arsenal's project, and of Arsenal saying recently as well that Arsenal have agreed personal terms with Vini Jr. Guys, can you not see? Can you not believe? Everything is pointing in the direction that this flipping guy is playing for this flipping football club sooner rather than later. I'm sure the developments in the Bruno G deal can also help with this too. Vini needs to see that he's the final piece of Arsenal's flipping team, bro. Bruno G comes in, the left wing spot is the only one left that Vini can definitely fulfill to see how the team is. But I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure he knows what he's going straight into. This guy's not trying to be second fiddle anymore. Vini, I believe he's making the right choice. But on this side, it's this side next season for him.
Did Mikel Arteta just confirm Vinicius Jr. to Arsenal? I mean, have a look at this.
All the fans are asking me outside about one Brazilian player, Vinicius Jr. I know you probably don't want to talk about him specifically, but can the fans still expect more signings before the start of the season?
I don't know about you, but I've seen that face somewhere before. Arsene Wenger, 2013, the famous Ozil smirk, when he was asked if Arsenal had any transfer business left to do in the window, and he smirked and said, maybe we'll have a good surprise for you. And now, the Arteta smirk. Is he about to pull off an Ozil-esque signing 13 years later?
I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder when I tell you this. Vinicius Jr. is going to join Arsenal. That's the gut feel I'm getting. I don't know why I'm putting my hand on your shoulder. I should be putting my hand on my own shoulder because I'm the one who's actually upset about this. But I think Vinicius Jr. is going to join Arsenal this summer. And to answer the question that everybody has been asking, yes, it's the highest profile signing a Premier League club has ever made. Yes, it's absolutely ridiculous business. Yes, Vinicius Jr. going to Arsenal is absolutely terrifying because in my lifetime since Thierry Henry, Arsenal have never had a player like that I think is capable of winning a Ballon d'Or and is like pure fear factor. Maybe apart from Alexis Sanchez for like 2 seasons, where I do think he was one of the best wingers in the Premier League and one of the best wingers in the world. But Vinicius Jr. moving to Arsenal, I think it's going to happen because David Ornstein reporting on it in the way that he has, 2 tweets in the space of I think 4 or 5 days on it. When David Ornstein reports on something, he believes there is like real, genuine capacity for that to happen. And I just feel like Real Madrid will not lose Vinicius Jr. for free because the difference you're talking about between Real Madrid letting him go for free and selling him this summer is probably £150 million plus, like at a minimum. That is the kind of money you're talking about. And no football club, even Real Madrid, even the richest football clubs, would ever be stupid enough to pass up on that opportunity, especially when Real Madrid are so stacked in attacking areas as they currently are. I think as soon as the Andy Amonde to Real Madrid signing goes through, gets over the line, remember they've got Rodrigo coming back soon from his ACL as well, Kylian Mbappe, Endrick, Arda Güler, all of those players, right? I think as soon as the Amonde deal is confirmed and Real Madrid can't lock Vinicius Jr. down to a new contract, I think Vini wants to go to Arsenal. If he can't continue at Real Madrid because they don't agree in their contract renewal talks, which if they haven't agreed up until this point, I know they're now like the crisis moment in those talks, they might just find an agreement. But if they haven't agreed up until this point over the past year or so of negotiations, why is it going to be any different this week? And I think that as soon as it's confirmed that Real Madrid aren't going to renew his contract, that Vinicius Jr. won't agree to the terms Madrid are offering him, I think the deal will happen really quickly because I think Arsenal will know the amount of money they've got to pay to make it happen. I think Vinicius Jr. wants to join Arsenal, and that is an absolutely terrifying prospect.
Never in my life did I think these words would ever come out in one sentence. But Vinicius Jr. might actually be a gooner. It is now coming out from Hand of Arsenal, which is one of Arsenal's most credible sources, that Arsenal and Vinicius Jr. have agreed on personal terms for a contract, and that Rock Nations will go armed into negotiations with Real Madrid, as Arsenal has handed Vinicius Jr. a monstrous contract, with Vinicius Jr. even posting on his Instagram story, Rock family with the red heart. That brother usually uses a white heart. I'm not gonna lie, it might genuinely be over for Real Madrid and Vinicius Jr. because Vinicius Jr. clapped back at Real Madrid saying he's not gonna lower his demand. But the crazy thing is, Vinicius Jr. is just asking for his image rights. Brother, they didn't give that to Ronaldo. They didn't give that to Sergio Ramos. And both of the legends of the club were out the next season. Brother, even on Poly Market, they had Vinicius Jr. at 90% chance to stay at Real Madrid. And now it's 50% Real Madrid, 50% Arsenal. I ain't gonna lie, it's actually over, bro. Vinicius Jr. might be playing for a club that doesn't have a 15 on the sleeve, but has 0 Champions Leagues.
Vinicius Jr., I am on my knees. I am begging you. Don't do it. Exclusive. Arsenal Football Club have personal terms agreed in principle with Vinicius Jr., and this comes from Hand of Arsenal, one of the most reliable sources on Twitter. So, first things first, this story could very well be true. And if you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense from every party involved. From Arsenal, they're one of the best teams in the world. They won the Prem, they made it to UCL final last season, and they're missing a left winger. They're a very good team, but they don't have enough firepower in the final third. They're missing a franchise left winger, and that's exactly what Vini is. And for Real Madrid, they're offering him a contract that Vini doesn't want to accept. So, if you don't let him go this year, he has to leave next year on a free, and Real Madrid don't want that. So, again, this move is very realistic. Even over on Kalshi, there's a 50% chance that he joins Arsenal this summer. So, again, this move is very realistic, and everyone knows how I feel about it, right? On this account, I've defended Vini so much. Vini's my favorite player at Real Madrid. I've made it no secret. And if he leaves, this shit's going to hurt. This shit's going to hurt a lot because this is a player who I've watched turn from a player who was 18 years old, not good enough for Real Madrid, and then develop into one of the best players on the planet, win 2 UCLs, and the second one he won, he was the figurehead of Real Madrid. This is what we've had to witness. This is Real Madrid through and through, and he might not be here next season. I'm heartbroken. If this happens, guys, I don't even know. Am I mad at Vini? A bit, because I feel like his agency, Rock Nation, is being just a bit greedy. Like, they're asking for too much, in my opinion. But Real Madrid set the standard when they paid Mbappe that much money. 80% image rights, 70 million a year. Like, Florentino Perez kind of did this to himself. But at the same time, Rock Nation and Vini, I just think they're asking for too much. But yeah, that's all I have to say. In the comments, let me know what are your thoughts on this story. And please remember to like, share, and follow.